Okay, before we discuss area of triangles and the formula, let's see how we get this formula. Okay, so here we have a parallelogram. It's a rectangle, a specific type of parallelogram. And you can see that there's a height, 4. Here's the base, 6. And we know the area is base times height. Base is 6. The height is 4. 6 times 4 is 24. So it's 24 square meters. And that's why I put the squares inside there. So if you counted them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4, that's 24. This area is 24. There's 24 squares inside. 24 square meters are inside. All right, now, if I take this, I could divide this in half this way, or I could divide it in half diagonally like this. Okay, so right now I got it in half. So right now we have half of a rectangle. And to find its area, then I would just take this divided by 2. So that base height divided by 2, that means 6 times 4 divided by 2. That would mean 24 divided by 2. And 24 divided by 2 is 12. So our answer would be 12 meters squared, because that's half of this. So that is where we get, and notice that that makes a triangle. So that is where we get the formula for a triangle. This right here, base height divided by 2, because it's half of a rectangle. Base times height divided by 2. Now sometimes we'll use a division symbol like this. Base height over 2. Sometimes we'll just put the divide right next to it. Okay, let's take a look at our notes. So for a triangle, the area is base times height divided by 2. Remember, you always have to go in order, so you're going to multiply first, then divide. Base height divided by 2. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first triangle. All right, so let's identify our base. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Excuse me. Oops, too much. Okay, so let's see. Here's our base and here's our height. Remember that? Here's that H right there. That's our height, and this is our base. So the area is base times height divided by 2. And our base is 6. Our height is 4. And we're going to divide that by 2. Let's see. Now this is times, by the way. That's times. 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. And 24 divided by 2 is 12. Hey, we just did that problem, didn't we? So it's 12 inches squared. And you may be thinking, hey, what about this number right here, the 5? You don't need it. Okay, we don't need it to find the area. Okay, let's go down to the next problem, next example. So let's see, we want our formula is base times height divided by 2. So that our base, see, I'm looking for that H. There it is right there. That's our height, 5.5, and here's our base. That's 3. So it's 3 base times the height, 5.5. I'm going to put parentheses just so we don't get mixed up on the decimal point. And then that's divided by 2. So 3 times 5.5. Well, 3 times 5 is 15. We'll do it right down here just so we got this, make sure we do this right. So we have 5.5 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. And one more makes 16. So why did I put a 5 there? I don't know. So I got 165. Oh, I got to move the decimal over. So 16.5. 16.5, and then I want half of that because I have to take this and divide it by 2. So you want half of 16.5. Now, you could do it this way. You could say 16.5, and how many times does 2 go in there? Okay, here's my shortcut way. I take the number 16.5, I'm going to divide it by 2. 2 goes into 16 8 times. Okay, then I have a decimal point, and I have 2 goes into 5. Now, if you want to, you could say that's 50. 2 goes into 50 25 times, right? Half of 50 is 25. So it's 8.25. And if you did it the long way here, that's what you would end up with. 2 goes into 16 8. And then you would have 0, bring down the, there's a decimal, bring down the 5. 2 goes into 5 twice, right? With 1 left over, bring down a 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times. So 8.25 is our answer. Okay, so that's our area, 8.25 inches squared. So sometimes it's not a nice, easy number. And if that's the case, okay, multiply and divide by 2. Take half of it. Okay, we'll do the trapezoids another time. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. And there's a shark. He's talking to this one survivor in a boat, life raft. He's looking at, the shark is talking to the man. They're both looking at this other man in the boat. It says, think it over, pal. Just one little nudge, and the last package of Oreos is all yours. Just one little nudge, and the last package of Oreos is all yours.